So today, guys, we are back. We had the news yesterday. It wasn't good news. You guys can see IGN broke it. It actually came out from the earnings report, but I think they were like probably the first major like gaming news that dropped it, right? It was Ubisoft canceled the upcoming free-to-play shooter Tom Clancy's Division. Now, a lot of articles came out after this. I even made a video on it. And I'll tell you, I was honestly disappointed about all this. And when I actually broke this on the main channel. But something I did want to talk to you guys about that really disappointed me was this post by an old dev on this. And let me show you this real quick. I'm just gonna go back. I think I have him right here. So it's Ryan Smith. If you look at it, it says the lead level designer for Play Overwatch, previously The Division and some Call of Duty games. But it says, I was part of a small team that started this in 2019. Was originally meant to be a low-risk VR mode for The Division 2. It had pretty clear plan and was going well, but Ubi and Red Storm had other ideas and it changed drastically. Sad it won't ever see the light of day. So I see this and the first thing I think of is, isn't the one thing we've been asking for in the Division community for the Division 2 was give us some type of survival game mode? And they created a low risk BR mode, which could really mean like a survival-ish type, because survival was kind of a BR mode, but it wasn't, right? You could still extract early, you could kill people. The guy says it had a pretty clear picture plan and was going well, but Ubisoft and Red Storm had different ideas. And now we know that Ubisoft and Red Storm wanted a standalone, I guess, and they transformed that game and they're creating something else. Question is, why didn't they just release something like this on the Division 2? Was it because at some point, you remember the Division 2 was supposed to be canceled? That could be it. You remember the whole Fei Lao, that was supposed to be the end, and then later on they got permission. Maybe this was supposed to come after that, and then they said, nope, never mind, let's make it as a standalone, it'll do better. But could you imagine if the community who had been asking for a game mode in Division 2 had gotten this? Now there's something else, a little bit more details on this from a player, and I'm gonna show you this. It's actually on my profile. I actually wrote, the fact that Heartland was supposed to be a game mode in the Division 2 and they thought it would be better to be a standalone actually blows my mind. I guess we now know why Survival 2.0 never came to Division 2. Now you go here and, oh, sorry, let me go back. It was actually on this comment that I wrote, wait, it was supposed to be a game mode? And then Unknown says, yes, it was called Storm. It was a playable during the first closed test, way better than what we got with Nightfall. And Nightfall was the most recent play test. You could call loadout drops from your stash and collect loot along the way. The last team standing won the match, or you can go to an extraction and leave early. That kind of sounds like survival, right? You could kill everybody, technically win the match, or you could extract early. Remember, you could go to hunters, kill hunters, and leave. And you could just literally a survival 2.0. And then Unknown writes, it would have taken off because it was pretty much survival 2.0, which that's what I was thinking. One big dark zone with storm pockets forcing fight throughout the game would have been epic for the Division. Now, knowing more about this being called Storm, last team standing, won the match, you go to extraction, leave early. To me, that sounds like a pretty cool game mode that you could have added to Division 2 to give the Division 2 players who want that kind of PvP experience something to play, maybe grind. But again, I'm just really disappointed that we didn't get this, right? It all comes back to there was a team working on this in 2019, around the time after, you remember Warlords came out, and then when Warlords drops, the whole Fei Lao thing's that, and they say the game's over, right? Like they end the whole, once we got to Fei Lao, they said it's pretty much done. They never released us a game mode. They decided they wanted this as a standalone, and now it just got canceled. A game that was fully playable, canceled, and leaves so many people. On my comments, you can just read people talking about it. Over here, it says, some say, I don't even think we'll get a Division 3. Some say, but wasn't the game almost finalized? Major bummer. Damn, that's crazy. What a shame. Ubisoft ain't what it used to be. Just comments and comments and comments over this. And my biggest question though is this comment that the fact that this really bothers me a lot, that we could have had a game mode that we've been asking for, Survival 2.0 or whatever they wanted to call it, in the Division 2, and now we're stuck with Countdown, we're stuck with the Summit. What other game mode? I can't even think what other game mode we have right now. Countdown, Summit. That's what we're stuck with. Like, oh, and for PvP, if you're a PvP player, you have the Dark Zone, which is broken because nothing's ever balanced in there and it's the same meta over and over. Number 2, it's small. Number 3, we have Conflict, which is very, very boring. After a while, it gets very repetitive. This low risk BR mode as a game mode would have been insane. Guys, I honestly don't even know what to say. Like I am so disappointed right now. Not because Heartland was canceled, but more because we had a game mode that they were working on and they planned on bringing it for Division 2. And well, Ubisoft and Red Storm had, to his own words, had other ideas and they changed it just drastically. I don't know, guys. I honestly do not know what to say. I don't know if this is how true this is, but if we were supposed to have a game mode inside the Division 2 and they changed it because they wanted to have a standalone, maybe make more money off of it, and then they don't even bring it and it gets canceled, a waste of resources. And hopefully, the only thing I have to say is hopefully, I posted it here, with the news of Division Heartland being canceled, I would hope some of what was created will go into a game mode for Division 3 or maybe even Division 2, since we still have 3 to 5 years at least before Division 3. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think. What do you think about this? We had a game mode for Division 2 and they decided to make it a standalone mode and then they didn't even bring it out. Truly disappointing, and I feel bad for a lot of Division 2 content creators who only cover the Division 2. You guys know I kind of like moved away for only the Division 2 on the main channel. It's going to be a long couple years, especially with only the DLC. Next season's not going to be great, let's be honest. Unless they can bring a game mode that's going to bring people. I don't know what to say, guys. Speechless. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, nothing but skills out.